Now, this is a topic that many people have requested me to do after the confirmation from Kishimoto himself that Naruto will be ending sometime in 2014. Now, a lot of people have been asking, JB, do you think there's going to be a third series? Do you want one? Do you think Naruto should rest in peace at the end of, wherever Kishimoto stops it in 2014? Now, I have mixed opinions, but I would like to get some announcements out the way first. Before we continue, let me say that I have reached 10,000 subscribers. Now, never in my wildest dreams, July 3rd, I believe I started YouTube of 2012, that I would even get 1,000 subscribers. You guys have been awesome. And I plan to do a live stream, like a Q&A kind of thing. You guys ask me anything you want about my personal life, and I will answer it truthfully and honestly. But as you guys know, my laptop is messed up, so I can't do a live stream right now. So is there anything else you guys can think of that I could do for you in the meantime? Last announcement, me and a few good friends of mine over at True Gamer Score TV, many of you know of them, we did a video game award show. It was really fun and it's really hilarious. We did like top PS3 game, PS4 game, Xbox One, anything you could think of. Most anticipated game of 2014. We did top Final Fantasy characters, top Metal Gear villains. We did a whole bunch of stuff. I'll link all that in the description. But anyway, let's get on to the actual video. Now, anywho, the idea of Kishimoto adding a third series, to me, I am completely mixed on that because, I have been a Naruto fan ever since it came out. I don't remember how young I was, but I just remember this tale of this little boy that's always been shunned by this village, and he grew up to be what he is now. Now, I was so relatable to him because I didn't have many friends growing up because I would move place to place because my mom was military, so I would always have to fit in. And, me being a guy of color, I always went to, not to sound racist, but an all-white school, so I wouldn't fit in right away, so I immediately started relating to Naruto. So, being the die-hard fan that I am, there is never enough Naruto, but if the quality starts to slip to such an extent where it actually makes me start to not like Naruto, then we have a problem. Not saying that I don't like Naruto now because I love it. I still review it. It does have its problems, but it's still awesome. But if you think about a third series, what could Kishimoto possibly do? Say if Obito, Madara, Orochimaru, if all of them are dealt with by the end of 2014, what can Kishimoto do? He will have to create brand new characters. Whereas in Shippuden, it was just a continuation of the first part. In Shippuden, we got all the Akatsuki, we got the backgrounds of them, and we got a lot of deaths of all the main villains that were in part one who were so mysterious and that we couldn't wait to see them fight. And everything's coming to a close, so all of the villains in part one are being dealt with in Shippuden, pretty much. Unless Orochimaru survives or Sasuke goes rogue and there's like another time skip or something like that. But is Orochimaru surviving or Sasuke surviving really enough to push an entire new series? Maybe another arc, like a time skip arc or something, maybe a really long OVA, but an entire series based around these characters, that's kind of pushing it, because when you think about it, Shippuden, it had all of the Akatsuki. It showed us every single one. That's something we've been asking for since part one. We got Sasuke versus Itachi. We got a slight Naruto versus Sasuke. We're going to get Naruto versus Sasuke again. We got the Team 7 reunion. We got everything that we want to see since part one. Now, what would part 3 offer? There's no more Akatsuki. Madara, Obito, and Orochimaru and Sasuke are probably going to be dealt with by the end of Shippuden, so Kishimoto will literally have to think of brand new characters or brand new villains to, give us what we want, to give us a third series. Now, that could be a big problem, because how will Kishimoto make these characters as likable as the Akatsuki, as likable as Itachi, as awesome as Madara, as brilliant as Pain and Nagato was? How will he match that? If Kishimoto goes that route, it's just going to be a gamble. We're either going to love new characters, or we're going to say that the old characters like the Akatsuki, Itachi, Madara, etc., were better. So Kishimoto may want to stay the safe route and not want to make a Naruto GT, because Dragon Ball GT decided to introduce us to brand new characters, and it was just terrible. Only thing I liked from Dragon Ball GT was Super Saiyan 4, but we'll get to that another time. Let's not make a Naruto GT. Now, if Kishimoto has been planning this for a while, and he has thought this through, and he makes it as charming, and it has all the elements as the first two, like the sadness, the emotional scenes, the animation, the characters. If he puts as much time and care into it as he did Madara, as he did the Akatsuki, as he did Itachi and Sasuke. But when you really think about it, what is going to be left after Orochimaru and Sasuke are defeated, if they're defeated by the end of Shippuden? There's not going to be really anything, and like I said, there's not going to be enough to provide us with a decent story for an entire new series. So you got to realize, loving Naruto is a good thing, but all good things must come to an end. But like I said, if Kishimoto can pull it off and give us, the same feelings that we got from the first two, by all means, go ahead with Naruto Part 3. But I just don't want it to go downhill, and I just don't want it to mess up Naruto for new fans, and especially the veteran fans. And you have to think about it this way. Naruto's goal from the very first episode was to just be acknowledged and accepted and to become the Hokage, whereas Sasuke's goal was always to kill his brother. Now that his brother's dead, and it's very possible that Naruto can become Hokage by the end of Shippuden, and everyone already acknowledges and accepts him, what left is there for Naruto to do? He's accomplished everything that he wanted to do. Sasuke's accomplished what he wanted to do, except for become Hokage, which we all know that's not going to happen, and destroy the leaf, which is already pretty much destroyed. So what left is there for a third entire series, guys? Oh yeah, and Sakura always wanted Sasuke's dick. She might get it, she might not. She might have already had it. That would explain why she's so crazy about him. But all the mysteries from part 1 are being revealed and solved in Shippuden, like Hashirama and Madara, their actual relationship, Naruto's parents, the rest of the Akatsuki's true goal, who Tobi really is, even though we didn't get Tobi back then, you know what I mean? Like the actual goal of the Akatsuki. Now that all those things are pretty much solved and we're still getting reveals out the ass, what could there possibly be to reveal from the original Naruto? Because that's all Shippuden really is just an extension, from part 1. And what will part 3 extend from? Maybe the mystery around the sage. Maybe it could be like a prequel about the life of the sage and his son. But I can't think of anything in Shippuden that needs an entire series. Like, there's not that much mystery that hasn't gone unsolved. Kishimoto's pretty much unraveling everything right now. Kakashi's face, I would love an entire fucking series, another 5 years, about just seeing his face, because I've been waiting more than 5 years to see it anyway. I would love to see Yamato. I would love to see the Sage of Six Paths. I'm going to put it like this. If we see backstory of the Sage and Orochimaru and Sasuke are defeated by the end of Shippuden, then there's not going to be a third series unless Kishimoto just straight up makes new characters for Naruto, or like a time skip Naruto Hokage to fight, which can be good and bad. It depends on how Kishimoto does it. But I personally think if all these things are, finished, if Orochimaru's done, if Sasuke's done, if they show the Sage of Six Paths, there's no need for anything else. Maybe a few OVAs showing Naruto as Hokage and him fighting, some new people. But in the OVA, please don't make a new series about made up, brand new characters that we have never seen before. Enough of me rambling on. I just don't think that there's enough material to work on by the end of Shippuden, because there's not that much that we don't know about to provide us with an entire new series, like a full-length series anyway. So tell me what you guys think. Do you want to see a third series? I have no problem with it if Kishimoto knows what he's doing, if he creates some new characters that are as likable as, the Akatsuki, Itachi, Madara, Hashirama, etc., etc. Part of what made them so awesome was we got so much mystery around them in part 1, and we didn't know that much about them, whereas in part 2, we got more and more backstory from the Akatsuki, Tobi, Itachi, etc., etc. That's why they're so awesome, because they were so mysterious, and we're finally getting the revelations that we've always wanted. Whereas in part 3, he would have to think of, straight up brand new characters that we've had no backstory of, no glimpses at, unless it is the Sage of Six Paths time or something like that. But will that really be able to match the epicness of the characters of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden? Think about that. Tell me what you guys think. This is JB the Chiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.